Hey garden friends, we are at my local Kingdom Hall where I said I was going to plant those flowers, and I'm down here and we're going to tackle it now and get them put in. They'll look a little sparse at first, but they will fill in. And I'll clean up this bed more when it's closer to the memorial time. So let's get rolling. Okay, flower friends, I said I had a flower bed to spruce up, and this is it. Now, many of these plants I put in here last summer, they are perennials. So even though they look terrible right now, they will come back and look beautiful. But in the interim, during these cooler spring months, I bought some pansies and some alyssum to put in here. And I was just going to check it out and see what else I might need to get to fill it up. So here's where we're going to plant today. So we will start on cutting back some things. It sure is windy today, so hopefully I won't get too much noise on my microphone. All right, so over here are the plants that we're going to put in this bed. Such pretty. I was tempted to keep those pansies and plant them in my bed at home, but I can go back and think I might tomorrow. So, alrighty. I am not sure. I had some vinca in here, but this is awful loose. They've had problems with gophers in here, and whatever this was, it might have been one of the vincas. That is definitely dead, so we'll just leave that. And see right here, this was a pretty plant. It's doing well, so I'm not going to cut it back. And this was definitely a vinca. I'm not going to dig them up. I'm just going to cut them back. And because it isn't necessary to disturb the soil around the roots, because I will just plant around those, and the roots will eventually just deteriorate. Now, I like the leaves in here, so I'm just going to work around those too. And if you notice right here, there's plenty coming back up from the roots on this one, and it's doing beautifully. So that one's recovering. This was probably a vinca. The ones that are dead probably all are the vincas I put in here. They did so gorgeous here. This bed, because of the rock wall here, and then the cement over there, this stays very warm. So I don't really have to worry about a cold snap killing these off. And plus the pansies would live through anything like that. So reach over here. Now when it comes time for the memorial here, I will probably get in here and clean up the leaves. The leaves are going to be left for just a little added protection. The memorial is the 24th of March, so I have time to get in here and clean up a little bit before then. And hopefully everything will just take off and be gorgeous. Now there was more of these. Okay, I see one on behind you and then one right here. Okay. So those were there. And I had filled in with the annuals of the vinca, which, coming this year, the vincas did so well, but I may try some petunias. As this is such a hot spot, and petunias definitely love it hot. Okay, so this one, it just needs a little cleaning up. So I'm just going to cut around to cut it back a bit and get it spruced up. As I said, these are perennials. I don't know how much I'm catching in the camera, so hopefully you can see. And this is a form of verbena, I do think. It was a pure white. In fact, I was trying to get some flowers right there, but we're going to cut back all this faded and dried up part. Okay. And then over here this is some, oh, sorry, I've got to get my hair in my mouth. This is some salvia, and it's got a really beautiful fuchsia bloom, and one's trying to bloom right now. And I'll just get this all trimmed back and let that come back up. I could take a cutting to start some of these for me. I didn't have any that I saved for me. Okay, that's there. This is definitely another vinca. And I'll probably have to climb up in there to get all those weeds out. There's a weed right there that I need to grab out. I love this garden knife. It's perfect for getting down in underneath stuff like this. The soil's nice and moist. So the leaves are kind of a pain to work around. I really do want to leave them. Okay. Gotta be careful I don't cut the irrigation pipe. Boy, that one's tough. What is going on there? Either that or I need to sharpen my blade. Oh, that's what it was. I was getting a piece of bark in it. Okay. And this needs to be trimmed back. All good. Alrighty. Another weed to dig up. Pull up. Whew, it really is windy today. They said we could get gusts of up to 80 miles an hour, but that was a little bit higher up the mountain. I'm just behind you, trimming back the plants that are behind you. Behind the phone, filming. Alrighty. Time to get to the fun stuff. One more thing, I'll be right here in your face. Cutting back this vinca plant. Okay. That's good. Okay, I had 3 of these and 3 of these. All right, so we got plenty of room for stuff to be put in here. Now, I just loved, and I'll use my knife to plant with, but these violas, aren't they just gorgeous? Got 2 6-packs, and then the alyssum to kind of put up here in front to give us some white. Now these things just scented up my greenhouse. So pretty. Now I may need to add something a little further back. So for now I'm going to put the alyssum up here and the pansies right there. And I'll start at this end. And I'll just eyeball it. I'm not going to measure it out to be perfectly spaced. You know what? I sure hope. These feel like the gophers have been tunneling in here. So hopefully they won't bother. Stop. Hopefully they won't bother the pansies. So I'm just making sure that I've loosened up the roots. These have already been soaked in my organic Rev. I'll save the tag. And I'll just put them in here. And if I see any blooms that are fading, I'll just nip them off. Just like that, so that it'll encourage more blooms. There we go. Get the bark out of the way. I keep digging on the bark. Thankfully, the gophers didn't seem to like any of these annuals, but I tried to get ones that I know that they don't like. The Nepeta. Is that the Nepeta? I think that was a Nepeta. That was. So here, again, I'm making the roots, make sure they're not root bound or going round and round. These are a little bit leggy, so it wouldn't hurt to kind of really prune them back, but I'm not going to because I'm enjoying the flowers, and I can always come in next week and prune them back hard. So here's another vinca that's dead. I may be able to plant these a little bit closer together. I probably should. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I could plant them closer together. So I am going to go ahead, do one over here at this far side. Oops, let me see. Yep, roots are doing great. Prune off the dead head, the blooms that are spent, and call it good. Okay. There's 3 down. I should lay them out. That would be smarter. Then I know I'm gotten them at least a little bit the right distance apart. Let's see. So maybe I'll put one right here. Again, pull off the bottom. And this is nice and moist in here, and it has drip irrigation, so they should do great. These might need to go a little bit further apart. I'll be coming up behind you in a minute. Oh yeah, got plenty. Plenty. And there is room for something in the back. Okay, so that's good. Good. Got them laid out. Glad I did that. Instead of trying to eyeball it each one I planted. So I think I will do the same with the alyssum. I will align that with this hose between these. And over there. Isn't this a pretty mix? Isn't that with the white and the purple? Thankfully, the sun is warm on my back, or else that wind would be so chilling. Now this mix is called Clear Crystal Mix Alyssum. I like that the flowers on these are so large. The ones I grow from seed, the flowers tend to be on the smaller side, though they are massive. I mean, the plants just grow like crazy. All right, I'm just behind you laying these ones out too. Okay, these can be saved. I'll wash them up and I will plant things in them, some seeds. I'll put my clippers there. Okay, let's continue on with the pansies. I can tell there's some gopher tunnels under there. Well, we'll find out if they like pansies or not. They haven't bothered my violas at home, so maybe they're not into pansies either. So I'm trying to think of what color I would put back there with these. I think a blue. I saw these real pretty blue flowers. I don't know what they were. They were new to me, that were back there. But these, this spot in the summer gets really, really hot. So these probably will go, I'll bite the dust or whatever when it heats up. But it's okay. They're here to provide spring. Sorry about that. I just flipped you guys over. They're here to bring spring color. And they will do that job very well. That was it. One of those vincas. Where did I just set that one? Oh, right here. I really doubt that those vincas will come back. They're very cold sensitive, and it did get quite cold down here. So here's one last spot that I can put one. And there we go. So I will get my clippers and after I've done the alyssum and come back. And let's move up along here, see how they're doing. And then I'll put you over here. Just see me do it this direction with the alyssum already. Now let's do the alyssum. Now alyssum, it can get very wide. I don't know about this one, but mine at home, they get over 1 foot wide. So it can fill in real pretty, and they will do fine in the hotter weather. So they'll just complement the verbena. I don't know the actual name. I just know it was a really pretty white. On this side. And the gophers at my house did not bother the alyssum, so let's hope it goes true here too. All around, up and down the mountain, it seems like people have had horrible gopher trouble, when for years, decades, I never had gophers. Though I saw a coyote going down the road in front of my house the other day, so I kept thinking, man, come and get the gophers. You are welcome to them. Oh no, did I puncture it? No, I didn't. Gotta be careful. I wanted to go after that weed. Nope, okay. Getting these a little closer together, aren't I? It's okay. It's all good. Boy, that sun sure feels warm on my back. That feels so great. It's much chillier at my house. This is only about 10 minutes from my house, but it can be 10 degrees warmer here, which I'm envious of. Yes, we have been looking for property down this direction. And I can garden for probably 2 months more than I can where I'm at now. So that's why it's such a tempting thing to do, to move. Though I love my little house on the mountain. Okay, so I'm going to go along and I'm going to check on any that need to be trimmed back. And they will just re-bloom. I'm even cutting ones that are just slightly faded. These ones, there's quite a few of them that are kind of acting wonky. So we'll get that in there. We'll just let everything compost in place. And we'll get it all purified. Okay, that one doesn't have many blooms. That one doesn't have any blooms. I must have trimmed it back at home. Alrighty. So probably be tomorrow that I go down to that garden center again, where I got these, the nursery, and look at what I can maybe put into my circle garden. It's got some daffodils coming up in it because the gophers don't bother the daffodils, and that bed is not protected from them. But yeah, just looking at what I can trim back. Anyways, so all of this is good. Good. I'm pleased. Okay, there's some weeds back there I need to get, but I'm going to get some plants for back there and see what I can find for that. And then we'll go from here. And that, my garden friends, is my little garden bed planted up with the pansies and alyssum. And then when I come and replant, we'll plant some more things to help fill it in better. I will bring it along, I think. We'll see. Or I'll show you the final product as it is. So there you have it. I am going to go home, eat some lunch, and then decide whether I want to go to that nursery today or tomorrow. So I will see you in my next video. Bye.